What's up, people? Welcome back to another explanation video. This time I'm gonna go over top 5 Rapiers in this game currently. So yeah, without being said, let's continue, shall we? Starting off, number 5, I got the Time Stream. Time Stream is a really good Rapier you can get early on from the West Normal Ray boss chest. The Time Stream has 3 different stats, so it's really good. You can get you can get pretty good strength, dex and agility, and that's really good for the Rapier because Rapier uses a lot of dex and agility. And plus that strength on there, yeah, it's gonna be really good. Early on, if you can pick that up, I definitely recommend, because that's actually one of the best Rapier you can get in the game. Fairly early. This thing will destroy pretty much extreme Ray bosses without any problems if you plus it. So yeah, without being said too much, the Time Stream is definitely one of the best Rapier you can get early on in the game. Number 4, I got the Graceful Needle. The Graceful Needle is a really good Rapier you can get from the extreme rate whenever you can, and as usual, the extreme ray weapon, they are really good. If you can get the strength dex version or the full stat, they're usually pretty decent. And yeah, it will get you to pretty far later in the game without any problems. The extreme ray weapons, they're powerful. So yeah, without being said too much, it is actually one step above Time Stream. So yeah, that is my number 4 spot. Number 3, I got the XT Midnight Ring. Now, XT Midnight Ring is a really good Rapier that has super high strength dex and the strength passive, as well as good accuracy. This Rapier can pretty much do massive amount of DPS, although it does not matching the perimeter, like it missing agility and etc. It does not have attack built in. This is why I place this Rapier in the middle. It is not like it is definitely feels like definitely better than the extreme version for sure. Definitely want the passive if you can, and also this Rapier is from my DLC, so be aware of that. If you don't have the DLC, you won't be able to get this Rapier. It is actually one of the relic beasts that you can get, or you kill and then you'll get it. And I do have a video for where to get that somewhere in my I think DLC playlist. So yeah, this Rapier, it is a really good. If you can pick it up, it will definitely be an upgrade above the extreme, and it's not too difficult to farm. It also depends on what you want to look for on there. Definitely, if you want the passive, it is the bonus. So yeah, this Rapier can pretty much kill a lot of enemies in this game without any problems. That is my number 3. Moving on, number 2, I got the XT Mistblade. The XT Mistblade, it is a very powerful Rapier you can get from either the Ancient Apostle or the Supreme Raid. The Supreme version is actually better if you can get the good stat. It's randomized, like I shown in the drop playlist where you can get this weapon. It's from the dinosaur, all the way up there, by where the chest is. Other than that, this has a really good dex, as well as the attack plus the Unrival. That is crazy on the Rapier. If you can get the Unrival, it'll be nice. But if you don't, not a big deal. It's not really necessary. If you have the steel armor or plus the accessory that has Unrival, you don't have to worry too much. Other than that, you mainly want to look for super high attacks, maybe in the 70s and 80s, somewhere there. Other than that, if you don't have this version, you can get the version that's from Ancient Apostle. That has the fixed stats when you get the skills on it, that will be the maximum stat you can get. But if you want a better XT version, you have to farm the dinosaur for that new version. So yeah, without being said too much, this is a really good rapier, and yeah, that would be my number 2 list. Last but not least, the number 1 spot I got for the rapier is the XT Twin Star Sword. Without being said, this weapon itself, it is insane. Just by looking at the stats itself, you know, it has really decent strength and dex. However, that's not the most important, you know, things on it. The attack. The attack, it is absolutely insane on this rapier. The highest I've seen or I have is the 92 attack. So apparently you can get up to that much for that rapier. Otherwise, I think the stats goes to 60s. I'm not sure, can't confirm because it is too hard to get these weapons, these boss chest weapons. So yeah, accuracy is great. So rapier always has a lot of accuracy. That's one thing you don't have to worry about for the rapier, is that the accuracy is always there. The only thing you need to worry about is the DPS, if it's there. Although this rapier has no agility, but the attacks makes up all that missing stuff. So yeah, without being said too much, like I demonstrated in many videos, this thing can easily kill most of the divine beasts. Yeah, it might be close for the tapir, you can still kill it with it. So that's just how OP this rapier is in this game. So yeah, if you guys want to farm for it, it's gonna be a pain, because you have to deal with that mantis, the double mantis, you have to go through it. That's the only problem with South Supreme Raid. You have to deal with the mantis. Otherwise, it will be a pretty straightforward farm. You know, just walk through the boss. But other than that, this will be the hardest farm out of all the supreme weapons. Simply because of the mantis part, you have to get passed by. Alright people, that's all I have for the top 5 list for the rapier. And rapier in this game, it is really good. They are very powerful, as expected. Other than that, not so much need to be said about rapier. Good DPS, good sword skills, so many good sword skills for this weapon. You can slow, you can do DPS, you can do hazarding. Oh my goodness, like I wish that works for every other weapons, but has good accuracy, good DPS, you name it, good speed. It's so cheesy. It is a very good weapon in this game. So yeah, without being said too much, rapier is rapier. It's good. So if you guys can pick up any of these weapons that I mentioned, it'll be really good, and it will take you pretty far into the game. So yeah, with that being said, that's all I have for the top 5. Next time I come back, I'll have different one.